you can put that in the minutes. Approve or correction of the minutes of September 21st. Is there anyone approving?
Yes.
Motion to approve. It's K.
Corrected?
Okay.
Okay. We have no audience of citizens.
Okay,
And,
who seconded the minutes?
Was that
I
Lois?
will.
Was that
Yeah.
Lois? Okay, we'll have to speak our names because Juliet won't be able to hear us.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Now we have to
I know
review.
some of your voices, but it comes in sometimes two
No,
at one
we'll
time.
identify ourselves, Juliet, for you because this is going to be hard, I'm sure. Is Frank with us yet?
Frank is physically here. He's still working on it. He lost audio. Ann joined us. Hi, Ann.
Hi.
There you go.
Oh, hi, Ann.
Ann's here on video.
Okay, so we have everybody but Frank
Yeah.
and Tina. Where's Tina?
I was having personal computer issues. It had nothing to do with the meeting. It was just her computer, so now I call in. Tina was also out sick today, so I told her if she couldn't make it, it was okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have to go over our schedule of meetings for the 2021 year. Has everyone had a chance to look at the schedule? The calendar?
Yes.
Yes, Lois did.
Okay, Lois and Barbara. And Ann, have you had a
Yes.
chance? Okay. Can I have an acceptance of the schedule for the next 2021 year?
Motion to accept the schedule as given to us.
Okay.
I
Is there a second?
I second it, Lois.
Okay, Lois,
Okay.
thank you. How do the kids do this every day? That's what I want to know. I
They're
don't know.
Doesn't
smart.
matter, Barb, they do it. We're moving on.
Okay. Senior Center Director's Report. Now, you said Tina is not there, right?
Tina's not on yet, so we can skip that for now. If she comes on and we want to it, we can.
We'll go back to her. Okay. Senior Housing Report. I have nothing to report because I have not been able to talk. I did try to hear the report when Joe came before the council, but I was having trouble getting into the meeting with my computer, and I only got like the very end of the report, so it was nothing that I could really report on, you know. But I think they gave him a little extension for the housing, from all I could gather.
What if you look that up in the minutes? Do you think that there would have been something in the minutes from that meeting?
Oh, let me check. Hold on.
I think there was something on the old business that mentioned the date of the extension.
Yeah, but I only have our minutes. I don't have the minutes for the council.
That
Oh,
was
okay.
the council minutes did that.
Yeah. But I just
That
wonder
wouldn't be
if
with
they,
our minutes because he went before the council.
no, I know, but I wonder if something was put in their minutes, if we could look into that, you know.
I don't see anything. Senior housing. Oh, it says here, noted that last council meeting, Joe Bajorsi was
What
in
meeting was it?
attendance. It says the meeting of September 15th, town council meeting September 15th.
We've spoken since then. You want the minutes from that one, though?
No, I did not know he spoke since then. That was the only one that I signed into.
Oh, I thought
What date was that, Barbara?
September
If he was
15th.
at another one. I think he was at one in November,
Yes.
but I'm not sure. I don't have anything written for that.
He's definitely on since September.
Okay.
I'm trying to find them, but if we don't have a date, it's going to be hard to browse every town council minute. So it might be
Well,
something we
we'll
look.
just table that till our March meeting,
Yeah, that's what I'm.
and we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Now, senior center, community center, you, Jen, since Tina, do you have anything to report?
No, the video is on our town website under the spotlight section, the senior center video that Barbara was a part of.
Oh,
Right now-
really?
Yeah, that's live on our website. In the spot under the spotlight section, you just have to scroll through there's like 6 things on the spotlight section. You just have to scroll till you get to it.
Well, I'll probably call you tomorrow to see how to get on there.
It's right on the town website on the front page.
On the front page of the website.
The video came out great, Barbara. You looked and sounded fantastic. Like you sounded natural, not like you were just reading off the script or anything, which was great. And right now they haven't scheduled any public forums. They're just trying to wait until the COVID numbers go down so they can schedule in-person forums to kind of get the word out to the public to find out what the feedback is.
Okay. The spring social, I'm assuming, is canceled because we can't get together.
Maybe Tina can do another drive-through.
Yeah,
They're
Tina's
kind of fun.
been doing great at the drive-through events, and they've been very popular.
The
So I'm
drive-throughs
sure-
are wonderful, but that is not in-person contact.
right. Do in-person contact, at least it's something to keep the seniors connected.
Tina is doing a wonderful job trying to keep connected, but I think that that's not the way to be connected, and I'm going to discuss that in a little bit. I don't have, unless you have something else, Jen, to discuss about the senior center, community center, I don't have anything.
No, that was the only thing is live, and I wanted you guys to know it in case you want to go on the town website out and public forum. Once we hear something, we'll pass it on.
Okay. All right. Then I guess we're a very short meeting tonight, and thank God for that, huh? Old business, is there any old business to come before the meeting? Anybody have any old business? No? Okay. How about new
Okay.
business?
All right, I got it now.
Is that Frank?
Frank is back.
Hi, Frank.
Sure, we're almost
Frank,
through.
Frank.
we're almost done, Frank. Did you have anything you had to add or say?
See. No, we right?
What's that?
Hello?
We approve the minutes and we approve the calendar.
Yeah, we
Okay,
approved
now
the minutes and we
approve
approved
the calendar. Okay. All right, we went to review the meeting schedule, right? We reviewed that and we approved
Yeah.
that.
And that's approved.
Our senior center's director's report. We didn't go through that.
Tina's not here, so we were not able to.
Okay,
get her
so we're gonna
report.
go around that one. Okay,
Yeah.
and senior housing report. Did we have anything
I
on
didn't
that?
have anything to report because I haven't been able to get
Okay.
to him and talk to him about what's going on, and I'm sure nothing is going on right now.
Okay, just going through the agenda. Community center discussion, spring social, old business and new
Spring
business.
social is
All right.
canceled, Frank. I think that.
Okay,
Tina said
social. All right.
Yeah, Jen said maybe Tina would do a drive-through, but it's not going to be an
All right.
in-person like
Yeah,
we
the spring-
usually have.
Right. I'm sure we will come up with some kind of alternative.
Yep.
Okay. And
Um,
did anybody bring up any new business?
I want to.
No, I didn't bring anything up in new business, but I
Uh-huh.
do have to ask about the plans for the community center, senior center. Have you all looked them over?
We looked
I
over. I
don't
looked
have
over. Nothing really is striking me hard right now. I think it's going to go through okay. I don't see anything coming at me where I have to challenge anything.
Okay. I had some when we can all get together. I cut something out of the paper for another building, another senior building, and the parking was right up near the building. I feel like our parking is going to be too far away. So I would
It's a
like
lot
to see
of
the
walk.
parking closer to the building. For the
Limit the amount of walking, the amount of travel between the parking and the entrance into the building.
Right.
Right, right.
I'm trying to see if that could be eliminated so they're not walking from the parking lot to the building. Because
Right, especially in the bad
buildings that I have
weather.
been to, yeah. And when I go to like the eye doctor, their handicap parking is right up by the building, and there's a sidewalk right there.
So that maybe
So I
10,
think
10 or
that's-
15, 20 steps and you're in.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I think we have to discuss that with the architect, and we
Okay.
also thought
That's good.
maybe there should be 2 bathrooms, one at each end of the hall on the upper level.
Oh, definitely 2 bathrooms.
Bathroom toilets, so that people don't have to walk the whole length of the hall to get to the bathroom. What do you think?
Exactly. That's what I think. The last time we had that meeting, I thought there was quite a bit of distance, for seniors to travel from one place to
Right.
another. If
Right.
it meant going to the bathroom and walking down 40, 50 feet a hallway,
Yeah.
Are you talking a man
That's a-
and women's room, bathroom at each end?
Yeah,
So
Yep.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So one at one end, because right now they're in according to the plan, it's in the middle, and that hall looks very long.
Yeah, it
So
does.
I think that if there was one at each end, where the meeting rooms are and where the other end is, I think that would be, and that's something we have to discuss with the architect, which is a real handicap because we can't get together to talk about these things,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, all the public forums are on hold right now.
Yeah, and Kay, what about you? Did you have something to add?
Just that the halls are very long. Awful lot of long walking for people that are handicapped.
Yes, that's what I thought. That's why I thought 2 bathrooms at either end would be more accessible.
I mean,
Because, like, if you're
every
coming
year
in
we're
that
getting
front
older and older, and every year, if you come to, like a social with 80 or 90 people there, and start
Yep.
counting walkers and wheelchairs, the number increases every year.
Absolutely. And when we were able to go to the senior center, if you were coming outdoors, outside, you would see probably every 9 people that were coming out, 5 of them had canes or mobility issues or walkers or something like that,
A lot more
So
people
that's
have
why
canes.
I want to talk to the architect about that.
Good
Does
idea.
anybody else have anything else to add?
Barbara, you probably call him.
No, I want to meet with him. I want our commission to meet with him. So this is a big project, and we can't do it by the seat of our pants. We
Yeah, I
have to
agree.
be able to-
I think my commission kind of feels the same way, that they want to have another sit down with him once the public forums get going.
Right, because you can't ask the Berlin citizens to vote on something when we don't even like what they're voting on. So we
Right.
have to be comfortable with what we're submitting to the town before we can vote on this. Does everyone
Yeah, I
have
agree
agreement?
with that.
That makes total sense. I agree. I'm in
Okay.
agreement with that.
Okay, so we will.
We'll do that. Oh my God. My son just got me on.
I was going to say,
Oh, wow.
okay, so
I can see people. Thank you, Brian.
Barbara,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're on the computer, you have to hang up your phone, put in with an echo.
You want me to hang up my phone?
Yeah, because you're coming
Okay.
in echo if you're on both things.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, perfectly
Yeah.
clear.
No.
Yes, we hear you.
They can't hear me.
Yes,
We hear you.
yeah, we all hear you.
Do I have a microphone?
Barbara, we all hear you.
Is there?
Speakers.
Can she not hear us?
Oh, we're having technical difficulties here.
Barbara, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, and we could hear you times.
Okay, and you could hear me. Thank God my son is here. He's a technical expert. Thank you, Brian.
You better pay him well.
I know he deserves a big raise.
We need to
Okay.
book the website too, so that we can make sure we can get back without sitting there typing 20 million things.
I couldn't even get in by phone, you know. I was having a hard time getting in by phone. And finally I was able to make the phone connection. So okay, so we're at now old business, right? Is that where we are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any old business?
Barbara,
Other than the
I've been researching November 24th, Jeske's meeting. So when you get a chance, look at the minutes from November 24th. That's where the last update.
Those are the town meetings?
The town council meeting.
Can I get them? Are they posted on the computer?
They're on the website. Yep. November 24th, town council. That's when he spoke last.
Let me write that down. November 24th. Town council meeting. And that was when Joe gave his report?
Correct. And I would honestly say it, but it's 2 pages long in the minutes almost. So
Oh, no.
I don't think
No,
it'll
no,
come across as legible.
I know, because I came in the middle of it. By the time I could get signed on and everything, I came in the middle. How do you like doing this way?
Sucks.
I'm used to it. So
Where is Lois? I don't see her. Oh, she's on the phone, right?
yep. Lois is on the phone, and Kay is on the phone, and Juliet is on the phone.
Okay. And Tina is not here yet, right?
She's not coming on. She's not feeling well, so I told her don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Well, if there's any other old business to come before the meeting, I have some new business I like. It's not really new business because I've been complaining about this for a long time. But I just feel, and you all know how I feel that the senior center should be open. And I cut out some articles in the paper. The Bristol Senior Center, now this was as of January 6th. I cut out the articles. They have a program called Healthy Minds, Healthy Lives. And it's small groups, and it's gathered by appointment to socialize, and it's limited to 12 people. Social distancing. They have their masks, and it's just there for the seniors to get together to chat. Now, I know we have the drive-throughs. I don't see how that gets anybody together except we get to see Tina and them. We don't see anybody in their cars. Their library, and now this is Bristol again, their library and their computer labs are open daily by appointment, one person at a time. All participants and visitors must complete assessment for the format for the main entrance before entering. And they have their temperature taken, make sure their hands are clean. And they have to stay separated, and they have to wear masks. That's the Bristol Senior Center. New Britain Senior Center, they have, and I forgot to say this. The New Britain Senior Center has 6,000, almost 7,000 virus people confirmed, 282 probables. Now, in Berlin, we have, what did I write down here? in Berlin, we're very lucky. We only have 1,068 confirmed and 185 probables. So Bristol has a lot of viruses, a lot of people probable, but they're still able to manage to get their seniors together with,
Maybe that's why there are so many with the virus,
well,
because gathering together. I just assume keep ours closed.
well, let me just tell you about the New Britain Senior Center. They're having exercise classes, other activities. Their protocols are temperature checks, masks, yoga, chair yoga, Tai Chi, and coloring groups. By appointment, no walk-ins, no loitering. So I just feel that if you feel like you should keep it closed, then you're all set with Tina and Jen. I'm sure they want to do that. I feel that there should be more opportunity for socialization.
I just want to speak
And-
myself on behalf of myself and Tina and let Barb
Yeah.
and the commission know that this is not a decision that Tina and I make between the two of us. We decide. We are part of a regional health district that oversees 4 different towns, and that is where we are getting our directive and our advice from. I just looked up Bristol. They're under their own health district, as is New Britain, so they only have to decide
Yes,
for
they
their
are.
town. Whereas Central Connecticut Health District is deciding for 4 different towns. And if you look at the other 3 towns in our health district, they are offering the same kind of thing as we are. They're not open at this time for to the general public. So I just want to make sure that everyone understands that Tina and I are not the ones making this decision. And the senior centers in the state that are open fall under their own health district, not a regional one.
Absolutely. And our district is under Charles Brown. I have spoken to his office, and I left messages there. I know we're 4 districts. It's Weathersfield, Newington, Berlin, and
Rocky
there's
Hill.
one more.
Rocky Hill.
Rocky Hill, yes. So those 4 districts are under Charlie Brown, and he feels that this is the way he wants to operate. So if he feels that seniors should stay and not have any socialization, then that's up to him. But I want our seniors to know that. The AARP, by the way, is doing income tax in New Britain. Now, Berlin has closed off their AARP income tax. But I know 2 people that are going to be paying for their income tax to their accountant, where they used to be able to come to the Berlin Center and have it done there. So I'm just throwing these things out there because I feel like our seniors should know that other seniors have these little small groups called Healthy Minds, Healthy Lives, and we do not have that. So I just feel that Jen should know, our commission should know, Tina should know, and I'm concerned about that because I feel that our seniors are being really. Who knows how long this is going to go on? Are we going to keep the center closed until when?
Still is safe.
I also want to mention that you mentioned AARP and that Berlin's not doing it. Once again, that was not mine or Tina's decision. That was RP decision. Also not doing it at the library, which is currently open. So I wanted everyone to know that this, once again, is not Tina or I making the decision not to have these programs. The foot care that we were doing one-on-one appointment only, also not canceled by us. That was canceled by the care agency. The VNA has stopped doing one-on-one blood pressure screenings at the senior center. Once again, I just want to understand that the commission, this is not mine, Tina's decision. This is coming from other locations as well.
I understand this, and I've understood this all along. I just want to be the advocate for the seniors. Now, I feel this way. Now, who said, was it Lois that said she doesn't think it's safe? Was that Lois?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Okay. I feel this way. You could have this Healthy Minds, Healthy Hearts, or whatever the program is, but I feel this way. I would go. I would wear my mask. I would wash my hands, do the safe distancing. I think that should be a personal responsibility for our seniors, and the opportunity should be there for them. And if I just feel like it's too isolated. We could be doing this for a year. What will we do? Close down the whole center for a year? I mean, it just doesn't seem right to me to have a center with no services. And I think I commend Tina for the drive-throughs. I think she's doing a wonderful job with that, but it's just not enough. And if we're going to do that for a year, now we started this in March. We're almost a year now. And it's already the end of January. So in another month, it's going to be a year. So I don't know how everybody else feels about it. I mean, that's my feeling, and I felt like I had to speak up. Now, how do you feel?
I have a question.
Yes.
I want to know if anyone knows. They said that once we get the shots, we're still going to be required to wear our masks. What is the point at where they're going to start opening things again? Who makes that decision, and how can we find out?
Well, for us, it's Charles Brown because he's our district health supervisor. And I'm not blaming Tina. I'm not blaming Jen. But I have spoken to him, and he tells me that he stays up nights worrying about seniors, and he's seen people dying and all that. I'm sure that's very true. But I see people in the grocery store, at Home Depot, at Walmart, at Walgreens. People are out. It's not like people are not. And we're all wearing masks and we're all distancing. Stop and Shop, you have to follow the arrows. If you're going the wrong way, people tell you. They're like the store police. But it's true, and you have
True.
to. Yeah. And what are we going to do this? Are we going to keep the center? I'm asking this.
That's what my question is. Where do we see ourselves going? Are we going through till September, October, next year?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't think anyone knows. I mean, it's a pandemic. I don't think anyone can estimate when to start opening. I don't think. I mean, he still has restrictions on restaurants that they want waived, and he's just not ready to do it yet.
Well, I understand that, but you don't see. She's right. You don't see people staying home.
Right.
The ones who are staying home are the poor seniors who don't have any services because they can't go anywhere because they can't drive and there's nothing for them to do. They can't even go out and shop. They can't go out to the store. They can't go out to eat. It's fine to say, have your kids show up and help you, but the kids are busy or they don't want to come because they're worried about giving you the COVID.
Exactly. Now, my son was here tonight to help me get onto the computer. He's wearing a mask. I'm wearing a mask. We're in the house and we're wearing these masks. So when my kids come into the house, they do wear masks, and I do too, out of respect for them, because I don't want them to be worried. But yet, Ann's right. How long are we going to do this to keep the seniors separate from the center?
Right now, the vaccine looks like it's going pretty good. But don't you think that somewhere along the line, because I'm waiting for it, it's going to bog down and they're going to start having a problem with one thing or another. And we could be waiting till the middle of next year.
Well, Dr.
We have a
Fauci,
guarantee.
Dr. Fauci,
We don't even know if it will be a guarantee.
we'll still be wearing masks, even though we have the vaccines. And okay,
that's what
I
they
have
said.
an appointment for February 9th. Somebody else might not have an appointment. So how do you know who has an appointment? You go to the store, you don't know who's been vaccinated and who's not. But I think if you go to the senior center and you ask people, you say to them, and a lot of people are being vaccinated here in Berlin, it's up to them to feel comfortable to be able to go out and do things. I just think I think Ann is right. How long are we going to do this for? How long will we keep the center open without providing services?
I mean, I already decided I'm probably going to continue to wear my mask. I will admit, I haven't had colds. My sinuses have been great.
Yep,
Wearing the mask obviously helps for more things than the corona.
that's right.
But, we want to have something. We want to have something that people can do. The seniors here have been very.
Yeah, I don't object to wearing a mask. We have a little knit group. There's probably like 6 or 7 of us. We could distance and we could wear our masks and we could, be very careful about what we're doing. But you're going to keep people close. So we were meeting down at the gazebo by the Stop and Shop. We could do that when it was nice, but now it's too cold to meet down there. So I just wonder about the length of this. And I'm very willing to call Charlie Brown again because he knows how I feel and I think it's wrong. And especially when I see these other centers being open with coloring groups. I mean, what's the difference between a coloring group and a knit group? You can sit separate. Your thoughts, Frank?
Well, I like wearing a mask, and it protects me and it protects people. I have no problems with masks whatsoever.
I don't either.
But I don't know where this is going. I mean, I would think that we could see a trend happening when the positivity rate goes down and the hospitalizations go down and the deaths go down. Then we can see where a trend is heading. But right now, it seems to be more or less stalled. Maybe results from the vaccine will be catching up to us, and we'll be seeing less and less. But it's something that is going to take time. It's not going to. There's no instant mix here, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, I agree that that's true. There is no instant fix because you can see how many people they vaccinated is a drop in the bucket compared to the whole country. It's going to take a very long time to vaccinate most of the people.
Exactly, and see the results from these vaccinations.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't believe in it.
Yeah, positive cases alone have more than doubled since I have a note from Charlie because we reached out to Charlie today asking about the community center, and he's asked us to, check back with him in a few weeks. He still doesn't feel comfortable giving us the go-ahead to open up the meeting rooms, and he's in the month of December and January, the number of cases have more than doubled what the previous total was since the pandemic started. 495 cases on December 1st and 1,117 on January 21st. So seeing that holiday surge right now. So I think right now everyone's kind of, waiting for the numbers to go down before we can start making decisions on other things.
Yeah, that's all right. That's true. Numbers have going down. We can't be opening things up. We're spiking and going crazy with all, more deaths, more positivity, more hospitalizations. Start running out of room in the hospitals, and something's, we're in a hot zone. We're not out of a hot zone yet.
Right.
Well, I don't know what to say about this because I just feel like the center should be a place where people can get together. They should be able to socialize. And I think I have seen on a couple of calls that I made, I have seen people actually sounding like they're deteriorating because they can't get out, they can't socialize. I can drive, so I can go to the store. Some people don't have that. And and of course with the senior bus, it's only 2 people per shopping trip, and that makes it hard. If you have family to shop for you, then they come, they shop for you, they drop your stuff off, and then they go. So I just think that the socialization in this little program they have that's called Healthy Minds, Healthy Lives I think it's important. I think it's something we should look into. Now, I did ask for my little knit group, my Swedish weaving group that usually meets at the senior center, and we were meeting at the gazebo till it got too cold. So I did ask if we could meet at the community center. I filled out the whole paperwork and everything for them. And then I got a call the next day and said nobody could meet there.
Yeah, that happened right around the holiday surge, and that's when Charlie Brown asked us to cancel everything, and we did that.
And then the library is closed now too?
No, library still open. I don't know what they're offering limited services. I know you can still do computers by appointment. I don't know about browsing I don't know if that's still by appointment. I'm not too familiar with what's going on in the library.
Browsing, you can do an hour at a time in the staff. And there's one chair for reading newspapers and magazines. You still can have curbside pickup. There is a bottle of sanitizer as you come through the doors, and there are sanitizer bottles throughout the entire library. If you touch a book, they want you to put the book in a basket that they have so it can be quarantined. But they are letting people in for an hour at a time. You can get a study room if you reserve it. So that they are like semi-open.
Well, I don't know what to say. I feel bad for the people that were depending on having their taxes done at the senior center. Now that's not going to happen. I don't know. I didn't look into that, and I wanted to do that today, but I got waylaid. I wonder if in New Britain they would take Berlin people for the AARP tax things.
Usually the Berlin people run New Britain's tax program.
Exactly. Isn't that the way it is, Kay? The gal from Berlin is going to New Britain?
Yeah, the whole crew goes up to New Britain.
To New
Now, I
Britain.
don't know if they're doing that this year or not, but that's
I know-
what has happened in the past.
And I know Tina has a fact sheet about the AARP and what other options there are. And I can't remember off the top of my head. I do feel like New somehow mentioned there's a fact sheet that's available right outside the senior center.
Yeah, it's on the table in a basket.
Yeah. And that definitely taught there's a whole fact sheet just on AARP and what seniors' other options are.
Does it say that our seniors can go to New Britain?
I'm
don't
trying to
think it
find
does.
it. I don't remember off the top of my head, so I don't want to say yes or no. I'm trying to find the document that Tina emailed me. Let's see. I think I just found it. Hang on. I'm trying to do it on my phone, so give me a sec. Yeah, tax aid sites might be available. New Britain's listed, Plainville is listed, and Southington is listed with phone number addresses.
So our Berlin people can go to New Britain, can call New Britain and make an appointment?
New Britain, Plainville, Southington, it looks like.
New Britain, Plainville, and Southington are available. So our people could go and call New Britain and make an appointment there.
And that's all on, like I said, that's all on the fact sheet that she talked about on her last 2 robocalls and is available at front of the senior center.
Yeah, but in the robocall, I don't think anything was said about they just said that they weren't going to do taxes in Berlin. I don't think that they said there was other options available.
I don't think
Because I know I have had 2 calls about the
that fact
taxes.
sheet doesn't say that Berlin people can go to New Britain, does it?
Yeah, other tax aid sites may be available. If you have your taxes handled by AARP in either of the past 2 filing seasons, you may contact any other AARP sites for an appointment. Please keep in mind that appointments are limited and may not always be available. Go to this website, but then she put New Britain, Plainville, and Southington with their phone numbers.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
thank you.
because that wasn't on the robocall, so they just assumed, the 2 people that called me assumed that they have to go to their accountant for $200
Or more.
No.
or more. Or more. True, that's true. I don't know how anybody else feels about this. That's you have my feelings. I mean, if we write it out until what, March, and see what happens, I don't know. Ann, how do you feel?
I have a suggestion for the next meeting.
Yeah.
When we had the architect come and Tina set up the tables in the big room, and it was wonderful to be able to sit as a group 6 feet apart and 6 feet apart. No matter which way you sat, where you sat, you were 6 feet apart. We all wore masks. We all had a chance to be with each other. We had a chance to look at the stuff together. Why can't we meet and do that for our regular commission meetings? Is it really that hard to put up 6 tables 6 feet apart with 1 chair at each table so that we could meet there for an hour?
That is completely agreeable to me.
And I think it all depends directive is as staff. Right now, March months away, there's a very possible chance we'll be able to, meet in person as a commission. We were told as of now, all board and commission meetings should not be meeting in person and should be done virtually. That's why we arranged this virtually.
And Charlie told you that?
That's our directive from our town manager, who I believe got the advice from Charlie.
Okay. I don't know. What do you think, Ian? Lois, I haven't heard anything from you. I assume you're still there.
Oh, yeah.
How are you doing it in the housing area, Lois?
Say that again?
How are you doing it in the housing area? Do you get together in your little community room?
No, we don't.
So everybody just stays in their own apartment?
I do.
That's what we're told. We're told to stay in our apartment. We're not supposed to get 6 feet
there'll be a
apart in the hall. And the hall isn't
There's-
even big enough to stand 6 feet apart.
They're doing it, though. A lot of people are out there for the mail, this, that, and the other thing. I stay away.
But those people that are out there for the mail and their newspaper and everything else, they're not 6 feet away, right?
No,
We can't beat this 6 feet away. It's not
there's
wide
no
enough.
roof speed, but they are on top of each other.
Well, some do stand closer than probably they should.
So then everybody should be wearing.
But we've been congregate. We might as well say I'm sorry, Lois. I know maybe you don't feel this way, but we might as well say we're congregate living. We've been living with each other for the last year, practically. We all try to wear our masks. I know sometimes even I forgot. It's not, it's not always easy. But what are we going to do? We have to live. We're living in the same building. There's only 30 apartments.
Well, what are you suggesting? You want them to get together? I don't want to get together with anybody.
Oh, there again. That's
See,
a
that's
personal
personal
choice. That's a personal choice.
I think it would have been
And-
nice if they would open the little tiny room that we have. Yeah, we could maybe only have 4 or 5 people at a time. But you could sign up for some time to be in there and talk and stuff, even if you had to sit 6 feet apart from each other. We could watch something on the TV once in a while. I mean, it's not too bad for me. I get out almost every day. I'm back working at food bank. I'm doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
But there's some people there that can't go anywhere.
And that's me. I can't go anywhere,
You
but I'm
can't go anywhere.
content. I have
That's
my
right.
iPad. I have tons of books. I must have read a couple hundred books by now.
Yeah, well, that's good for you. But there's
I do
people
my-
like Josie who can't see. And someone who can't see is pretty limited in what they can do. Yeah, she sits and listens to her TV, but that's not very satisfying.
That's why I'm advocating for this small, healthy minds, healthy lives group. I think that it seems like they're doing it fine in Bristol. They're doing it fine in New Britain. I mean, I just feel like
There
our
Look how
seniors,
many more people are sick there than compared to Berlin.
well,
I
they
read-
have a bigger population, of course. But I want
Well,
you to know, in Bristol, they have 185 probables. And in Berlin, we have 185 probables. We have a lot fewer people with the confirmed, but not that many the same amount of probables. So, and they have a bigger population. You have to think about that too. They're all working, and I mean, I go to the Stop and Shop. I do all that stuff, and I wear a mask. I'm very conscious of that. When I come in the house, I wash my hands immediately, and I'm trying not to touch my face or my eyes. I think we have to have personal responsibility, and like Ann said, we don't know how long this is going to go on. So we have to stop and think: how long are we going to keep the center closed?
As long
I'm
as
not
that-
advocating that we open it up totally and just say, come on in.
Oh no, I'm not
Should be able to At
advocating.
least schedule a few things that would give some of these people that can't get out
Yep.
much
Yep.
something to do.
I can even understand that there's no meals, but that, of course, is understandable. But I think as far as the just the socialization, if you have 6 or 8 people, you sit apart. The room is huge in that the senior center. You schedule those. Somebody meets 9 to 11. Somebody else meets 12 to 2. I mean, we can do it. It's just a matter of doing it. And I think that would be so helpful. And there again, you say to the people, you come if you want to. If you don't want to, that's your personal responsibility. And I did ask my weaving group that way back before it got too cold. I said, if we could arrange to meet at the community center, would you be willing to do it? And they said, absolutely. So I filled out all the paperwork for the community center and then found out we couldn't meet there either. So people are willing to do this with the right protocol.
The problem is going to be, since we're part of a health district that's not doing it, though, we are going to have to hope that at some point they start discussing doing more for their people too. I'm sure there's a lot of their people that feel the same way, that we're just being very, I'm sorry. I think we were underserved. Let me put it that way. Well, I don't think that it was an intentional thing. It was just that they got instructions that you have to keep separate. And then that was just where it stood.
And he has his 4 districts, and that's what he's keeping. But when I spoke to him, and this was way back, I don't have the date right now, but when I spoke to him, I said, Charlie, I don't want you to take anything off the table. You have to realize that people are inside, they're shut in, they don't have cars, a lot of them, they can't drive. I said, I think you have to take those things, the socialization part of it, into consideration. So that's when he told me he stays up nights worrying about who's going to die and who's going to not. But I just think that we have to start looking at other ways to do it, because we don't know how long this is going to go on.
And I mean, as close as we are here with the 30 apartments, we only had 2 people that were sick. And neither one of them died. And we're not even positive that they actually had COVID. So, I think we've done really well.
I think you have, considering you like you said, you're all living close, and shut into your rooms, really. But anyway, that's my thought about old business. Does anybody have anything else to add? No.
Motion
Frank?
to adjourn.
Frank, are you still there?
We chewed this up pretty good, I guess.
I don't know. Every once in a while, Frank pops in, and then he's gone. I don't know what happens to him. Well, I guess we had enough people to have a forum, so that was good. I was happy about that. I want to tell you, I'm not happy about having to meet this way. You know how I feel about that. And I'm never bashful about saying how I feel about it, because I think I like to sit down with you guys to have our meeting together, and especially with the community center, senior center coming up, it's very important that we get together, we go over those plans together, and we hash out what we like and what we don't like, because before we even meet with the architect, because if we're asking the town to spend a lot of money, we have to know that what we're asking for is right. And not only, it's not just for us, it's for our future. It's for the future of Berlin.
Right.
For my grandchildren, the kids that are coming up, the high school kids and people like that. There's going to be 2 different dynamics, the younger people to use the center and the older people. That's why it has to be right.
Well, hopefully by the next meeting, we'll be seeing some trends that will make us feel better about things. We can all cross our fingers and hope for that.
I hope you're right. Well,
Frank?
does anybody
Yeah, I would
have
think by the
anything
next
else?
meeting, a trend would be in progress.
What's that, Frank?
Trend by the next, where our positivity rate is, death rate, and social conditions. I think we'll see a trend by the next meeting.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be past the whole, look, years. Now we should hopefully start seeing cases go down.
I certainly hope so.
I hope so too. I really do. Frank,
We
are
have
you
a
still
motion.
working?
Yes,
Motion to
we're work.
adjourn.
Get a retirement home.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
Pardon
was
me.
just wondering if we wanted to switch our meetings to daytime, but you're working, so we'll keep it at night. That would be better for you.
That would be good, but yeah.
Yeah, keep it at night then. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but
if
I see the
there's
same,
We have a motion on the floor.
well, I just wanted to ask Frank before we did that.
yeah.
Okay, if anybody else has anything to say, is there a motion? What's that?
Make a motion to
My
adjourn.
audio cuts out again.
Okay. Is
I'll
there
make a motion to
adjourn?
adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Thank you very much for participating under these difficult circumstances.
I am very proud of every single one of you that got on, whether it by phone or video. We had a whole commission here, and that's awesome.
That is
For us.
and I'm very
We're in
proud
the
of that,
logbook.
too.
We're on the logbook, and we're all good.
You know, I can see why people want to work from home because, I can be making my spaghetti sauce while I'm here on the phone. So I can see where this working at home business